side. There's Equalizer in the back line. Cataclysm actually, you know, a 5-man!
Hi guys! Welcome back here at the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split! Ami po yung magiging shoutcaster. Ako po pala, si GS Shimba with a 1-4-9.
At ako po si GS Amplifier.
This Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split is brought to you by the official official shotmate of the Pro Gaming Series Booster C Energy Shot Genius. Boost your focus, boost your game now with its new
Flavor.
energy shot. Yes.
Booster C,
Protect.
Energy Shot, Protect.
Oh.
Yeah. So green dapat to pero invisible siya sa screen natin ngayon.
Oh.
Tignan na lang sa nearest convenience store, 7-Eleven or mini stop. You guys should just check it out.
Pag mahal mo, protektahan mo.
Yes! Wow!
The crazy matches. Okay. Hindi actually, crazy yung nangyari kanina.
Yes.
Crazy yung nangyari kanina because of one player coming up late sa ating schedule for today.
Yeah, so grabe yung ARAMs are always
Yes,
crazy.
we have a scheduled match for today that is Explicit Hardcore Gaming versus Naga Esports. And because of that problem, okay, na-default para sa first game, yung Explicit Hardcore Gaming that prompted us to have an ARAM show match. Okay, for the first game ng ating laro. Now, we are onto our second game looking into our schedule. Ayan, mamaya naman makikita natin sino maglalaban.
Yes, it's gonna be Infused versus Imperium Pro Team Blue. So, kumbaga for the first set, it's a best of 2 but 1 point automatically goes to Naga. Now we're in game 2. And then later, we're gonna have Infused versus Imperium Pro Team Blue with match and win during that set. But for now, let's focus on pick and ban for game 2.
Oh, yeah. If you look into this, okay, sa standing kasi kanina, no? So may isang win na.
Yeah, we'll mention it. So there's 1 win already for Naga.
Yes.
Now that's 7 points for them, tying them with the top 4,
diba?
which is Mineski, Acclaim Empire X, and Imperium Pro Team. So that's a very good spot. If they win this one, they'll boost themselves straight to 3 points. So from 6 to become 9 points, and they tie themselves with Celestial at first
diba?
place. So that's such a huge thing, and obviously that is what is expected. Naga obviously Explicit has been the have been the underdogs along with Infused throughout the entire split. Pero you know, League of Legends is always full of upsets, and sometimes you never know what can happen. But right now, we'll take a look at the pick and ban. So for the bans, Alistar, Gangplank, and Poppy on the side of Naga. Meanwhile, for Explicit, that's Fiora, Rise, and Gragas.
Okay, so sa mga advanced dito, Gangplank, Poppy, understandable yan. Why ban Alistar?
For Alistar, this is definitely a target ban onto Neep. Neep is definitely good Alistar along with his other supports like Nami and Morgana. But obviously, Alistar, such a huge priority on Alistar. In LCK, LPL, and EU, LCS, this week, he was picked 23 times. Highest picked support in the other regions. So obviously, ang laki ng impact talaga ni Alistar. And when considering that Neep is also a very core member ng Explicit, ang laki na impact niya sa team na to. So taking away one of his main supports would be a good idea, obviously, for the side of Naga. Gangplank, obviously, understandable ban.
Yeah. Ngayon with the changes, bakit may troll pa rin tayo dito sa laro?
Well, hindi naman talaga mawawala si Trundle.
Well, there's the update, diba? 6.1, diba? Na-update na siya.
Yeah, he was slightly nerfed. His Subjugate was nerfed. It has a higher cooldown. Hindi mo na pwedeng i-Q yung tower. Plus, there's a slightly higher mana cost on your pillar, but it wasn't enough to really take him out of the
Kasi
game.
yung performance pa rin pagdating sa late game na Trundle, parehas pa rin, no?
Yeah. Actually, mid-game pa lang, masakit na rin siya. Your ability to really reduce yung tankiness of another player is really huge. For the side of Explicit on their bans, Fiora, Rise, and Gragas. Rise and Gangplank, huge number of bans. Again, in the other regions, he was banned around 24 times. So there's a huge ban rate on him. Fiora, understandable kasi Suzaku is a very mechanically skilled player. So taking away Fiora na napakalakas pa rin sa current meta is definitely a smart ban. Gragas is probably onto Akarin.
Si Fiora. Gusto-gusto pag si Rico sinasabi, along for a world, open. Tapos tinatagalog
with the French accent.
Naghahanap ako ng mamahaling kaaway.
parang hindi accurate yung translation na yun. Pero anyway, so for the picks, yun, Trundle first pick, it's a flex pick. So obviously maganda siya kasi hindi malalaman ng XHG kung saan lane siya maglaland. For Explicit though, blocking in Corki and Tam Kench, this is actually really nice. Tam Kench is very heavily banned and picked as well in other regions.
Yep.
He's very, very painful. He eats up tanks very easily. Corki is also another flex pick kasi he can be flex to mid and ADC.
Oh, parehas pa rin eh. Di ba may nakaabang na nerf sa kanya sa 6.2.
He's gonna be nerf.
Kasi kailangan mas insightful pa kung if ever he want to pull off that chain devour na paulit-ulit, di ba?
That's
Mula
true.
sa kanya. It was really interesting though, no? Na talaga na maalam na si Mundo. 6.1 update.
Yeah.
Walang ban, then wala rin
pick. Yeah. So it really depends. Minsan talaga minimal yung impact niya depending on how the team plays. Siguro the teams now just don't know how to build a composition with Mundo because he doesn't have hard CC, he doesn't have engage.
Yeah.
So you have to balance it. You can afford to remove him from your composition.
Instead, what we're seeing
Graves
is
and Lucian locked in by Naga. This is actually really nice. Lucian obviously magandang ADC yan. Very strong in the early game. Very strong lane bully. Graves is another very strong pick. He was played in top lane but more on jungle. In other regions, napili siya 16 times in the jungle. Insane wave jungle clearing. Kasi obviously with his new passive where he shoots in a cone, he can knock back. And then with the red buff, he deals an insane amount of damage. So obviously, ang lakas ng pick na yan. Okay, actually, let's just take a look at the team compositions since we're done with it. So,
interesting nga, it's Malphite pick, no? Though it's one of the top tier, god tier, top laners natin ngayon, no?
Suzaku has also played this pick a lot for himself. While Suzaku is a very mechanically skilled player, I've noticed that Naga always wants to put him on a sort of utility-oriented position. Siguro kasi yung gusto nila mag-shine si Daigo and Luxuria. And like I said earlier, Luxuria's kill participation is the highest in our league right now with 38.66%. So really Naga really revolves around Daigo and Luxuria. And Daigo and Luxuria are also part of the top 4 in damage per minute.
It was interesting. Knight speaking out Elise, no?
Yeah.
Ngayon lang to, no? Lumbas or kinuha ni...
Who took Elise?
Knights,
yeah. So,
though Elise, malakas talaga siya ngayon. This season 6.
In the other regions, Rek'Sai and Elise are the top 2. Actually, top 3 is Rek'Sai, Elise, and Graves. So these 3 are really highly locked in, no? In other regions, if you're not looking for a damage-dealing jungler, pwede kaya kumuha ng utility or early pressure jungler like Rek'Sai and Elise. Actually, Elise has, I think, a nerf coming as well in 6.2 where they're going to reduce her movement speed.
Yes, movement speed because yung runic Echos na yan, talagang Echos, napaka-beneficial para kay Elise for that early game down to mid-game burst.
For those who don't know about runic echoes, if you haven't tried going to the jungle yet, para siyang baby Luden's echo for our AP junglers, which is very helpful in wave clear. Obviously, kailangan i-nerf si Elise kasi if you don't nerf her, unang-una, ang lakas ng jungle clearing niya. You have the W with her spider plus baby Luden's echo. Masyadong mabilis yung wave clear niya. So what you do is, if you have a really strong jungle clear, reduce your rotation speed.
Kaya nga naka-nerf yung ano niya naka-nerf yung volatile spiderling kasi yun yung isa sa mga pampabilis ng clear niya. And also I would say na Elise has a really good sustain in the jungle.
That's
jungle. As in if you juggle, you properly yung mga spiderlings mo tsaka sa minion wave. Like there are times na hindi ako nakagamit ng pots. Hindi ko kailangan gumamit ng pots
kasi sila yung nakakakuha ng damage.
If you really efficiently block and kite back dun sa minion, isulit mo rin yung patience nung monster. Okay? In such a way na, ayun nga, hindi ka kailangan gumamit ng pots for your first 2 wave clears. Actually, I'm guessing pwede nga rin sa 3rd wave clear if you have that proper masteries. Yan.
Nagkamali lang yung Naga, but this is gonna be the same bans and picks. May nag-TC lang na isang member, but this will be the same picks na. We'll just... I think the ban earlier on Naga's side was Alistar. So, no problem. They're just going to put in all of the roles again. Pero, so like we were saying earlier, Elise is obviously going to get nerfed in the next patch kasi when you nerf Elise's speed, tumataas yung priority on champions like Lee Sin, Nidalee, and Rek'Sai na mas mabilis sila. So at least if Elise sacrifices her movement speed, okay, malakas yung damage niya early game, but she won't be parang an all-around jungler. So at least may mga weaknesses and strengths yung junglers natin. But just take a look at the team comp. So for the side of Naga, that's obviously a lot of early damage. You have Actually, yeah, there's a lot of... Their composition's very balanced kasi you have two frontliners in the form of Trundle and Malphite. Malphite more of a frontline than Trundle. Pero yung maganda dito is they have good engage with the Malphite and they have also disengage with the Trundle with the Pillar. And then they have all-around damage throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
Lucian is going to obviously be very strong early game. Graves is going to spike towards mid-game and deal a lot of damage. And then Victor to have late-game insurance with the AP damage. And of course, we all know that Victor scales late. So napaka-ganda at balance yung team composition nila.
Yeah, I would say na ang kapos na lang naman dito sa Naga Esports, pero hindi siya necessity ngayon for this team fight, for this match, is yung global presence.
Yeah. Pero at least they're going to have the Malphite with the TP.
Yeah.
And you don't always have to go naman for global presence.
Yeah. Kasi
the only thing is, they won't have that.
You'd consider Lulu pick, then there's also the Corki pick. So, more of stopping the siege ang gagawin dito against Explicit Hardcore Gaming. What they really have to watch out for though is Elise. Early game Elise versus Graves. I'm leaning more on the early game Elise.
Yeah, she will.
Graves.
Well, mas malakas yung burst definitely ni Elise. So if she's to visit a lane, tapos nag-counter si Graves, I think if whoever comes earlier would win. Pero definitely the burst is on Elise's side.
Pero kung biglang punta or invade ng jungle, it's probable, no?
Yeah.
For Elise. And even you could like deliver or teleport Tahm Kench in, Tahm Kench yan, Icarus in.
Yeah.
If ever a fight breaks out. Now, may naalala lang ako randomly. I was reviewing the games last week. Yung joke ni Manjin. Yung eto si Nautilus siguro masama to, no?
Yeah.
Si Naughty siya.
Si Papi Chulo, shout out to
Shoutouts pala
Manjin.
to Manjin. Crazy. I'm looking forward for my next cast.
Yes.
With you. Again, sa mga viewers natin, Explicit Hardcore Gaming versus Naga Esports. You've heard the breakdown ng ating drafting phase.
Yung Explicit pa, we haven't covered their team comp. Yeah. So, obviously, Tahm Kench, very dangerous pick pusher to. Especially when you look at the side of Naga. I don't think anyone can 1v1 with Tahm Kench. Kasi when si Tahm Kench, ang lakas talaga mag-scale niyan eh. So, what's possible for XHG is since may disengage sila with Lulu and with Braum, they can go 1-4 split push. They can put Tahm Kench to split push at top.
Yeah.
Tapos pwede niyong dalhin yung other 4 members to go on another lane.
Yeah, when the fight breaks out, because of Badger, they could easily shred through Icarus and Kasi mawawala talaga yung tank niya dito. Dahil nga yan, still same stuff pa rin pagdating dun sa subjugate. Sa ultimate.
Yung advantage kasi ng XHG dito is that their 5v5 is not really wonderful kasi they don't have a very reliable engage. Kung tinignan nyo yung side ng Explicit, the only hard CC they have that's ranged is the ult of Neep tapos yung cocoon ni Knights, and that's not really team fight engage. So yun, yung pwede nilang gawin is to 1-4 split push. May maganda silang poke with Avaricia and with Hall. They can just camp at the tower, keep poking, and then disengage with Braum. Meanwhile, magsisplit push si Tahm Kench, and no one will want to 1v1 with him, no? Obviously,
naalala ko, it was it Celestial versus Explicit?
Explicit, yeah.
Yung puso laban, yung mahabang match.
Sobrang mahabang game. Yeah. So hopefully we get an explosive match here between Explicit and Naga. I'm really looking forward to this because
galit ang dito.
Team fight talaga to.
Galit yung Explicit dito, na-default sila kanina, habang yung Naga naman galit-galit, natalo sila sa Hiram kanina.
Yeah.
So,
trade-offs.
Trade-offs. Tingnan natin. Coming in from that game 1, we now have our game 2 of our series. You have to take note. Meron pa tayong exciting na laban mamaya. Imperium Pro Team Blue versus Infuse Esports. Ladies and gentlemen, sa mga viewers natin dyan, big shoutouts. Okay, kila Kate, kila Neme, nakasama natin sa ating mga chat, mga stream chat. And of course, you have to watch out for the match and win promo.
Yes, of course, we're gonna have a giveaway of the IPT Yux bundle. So for those who don't know what's in that bundle, we're giving away Arcade Riven, Project Fiora, Elderwood Hecarim, Lollipoppy, and Snowday Nar. So again, that's Arcade Riven, Project Fiora, Elderwood Hecarim, Lollipoppy, and Snowday Nar. So halos lahat ng recent pinakamagandang top lane skin are being given away on that bundle.
Kung may gusto kayong palitan ng skin, contact nyo si Yux. Message nyo si Yux.
So Game 3 Game 3.
Papalit naman ng bundle.
Actually, Game 3 that means next game.
Yeah.
So do stick with us and we'll be giving away, actually, for those who are new viewers not to the Pro Gaming Series, Match and Win, what we'll do is for the next game, randomly in the Summoner's Rift, may lalabas na code.
Yes.
There will be an entire code, pero may missing character na nag-iisa. So all you have to do is go to your LoL client, go to the store, go to codes, type in the entire code plus hulaan nyo yung missing character na yun and you guys will get 5 skins for free.
Yes, kami po yung makakasama, okay? Hanggang mamaya for the shoutcast for this Pro Gaming Series stream episode. Ako po pala si Jesse Bubunawan for a nice mga di po nakakilala sa akin.
And ako po si GS Amplifier.
Yan, okay? Big shoutouts po again sa PGS Live official Facebook community. Okay, tsaka sa mga manonood natin ngayon. Right now, I want to go back dun sa composition kanina. Match between Explicit Hardcore Gaming versus Naga Esports na yung naggumagawa nung drafts nito.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Explicit side, the support, which is Neep, he used to be a part of Naga Esports and then he moved to Explicit this split.
Yes.
And then he's the one who handles the pick and ban, the drafting phase na for the side of Explicit since they don't have a support staff. And then for Naga side, sa mga nakakakilala kay GM Kairu, he became the, I believe, part of the support staff for Naga. So he also handles the drafting phase na for Naga Esports.
So parang composition ni Neep versus composition ni Kairu.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure if it was yung coach na Naga kasi they also have a coach, si Specs.
Yes.
So I'm not sure if it was Specs or Kairu who handled
Captain PH, the very first nagpauso ng support dito sa Pilipinas. Ayan. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split. This is the week 10 ng ating group stage. A match between Naga Esports versus Explicit Hardcore Gaming on the blue side. You have Naga Esports in the top lane. It will be Suzaku on that Malphite. In the jungle, Akarane on that ever-famous Graves. And of course, you have in the mid lane, Daigo on that Victor. And in the bottom lane, Luxuria on a Lucian Idigeri. And Badger on a Trundle support.
Meanwhile, on the red side, that's going to be Explicit Hardcore Gaming. Ikaros in the top lane with Tam Kench. Knights in the jungle with Elise. Avarisha in the mid lane with Lulu. And for the bot lane, that's Hall and Eep with Corky and Braum.
Okay, we just have a strategic pause right here. Pero sa mga viewers natin, kanino kayo kakampi? Naga Esports versus Explicit Hardcore Gaming. Technically, ito yung solid na laban. Unang solid na laban natin ngayong gabi. Because we have a bit of a problem na late kanina si Knights. Okay, and that preempted Explicit Hardcore Gaming to become default. Okay, so may 1 victory na ang Naga Esports sa series na to.
This is a best of 2. So the first point went over to Naga Esports and then we're gonna see kung kaya bang bumawi na Explicit in this game. Currently on the standing, Naga Esports is 7 points and now they belong to the top 5 with Acclaim Empire X, Imperium Pro Team, sino nga pa ba? Celestial Esports as well as there. So don't forget, these are the top 5 in Explicit. So far, only has 1 point. So they really are trying to rack up points so they don't... Kasi ganito yan, there are 8 teams in the Pro Gaming Series and whoever is last place, ibig sabihin 8th place, they are relegated from the PGS and they have to go through an elimination before the next split so that they can remain in the PGS. So even if Explicit, let's say, cannot make it to the playoffs, they still have to get as many points as they can so they don't get relegated from the Pro Gaming Series. So every game really counts here. And remember, if Naga wins this game again, they automatically get 3 points and they become tied with Celestial at first place for 9 points.
Yes.
So Naga really wants to win this.
And again, when you said the format of going into the Pro Gaming Series, I would like to send my shoutouts to all those aspiring teams who wants to become a part of the Pro Gaming Series. Katulad ng Celestial Esports, one of the newcomers here at the Pro Gaming Series, diba?
And to think, newcomers na sila, but they're first place right now. So they're in a very good spot.
Nako, out for blood. Talagang this is the dream for them and they're giving it their all. Big shoutouts to the players of Celestial Esports leading the group stage here at the Pro Gaming Series.
Yeah, so kung titignan natin the first 1 minute and 30 seconds of the game, we saw Naga trying to scout a lane swap because Corky is obviously not as strong as Lucian in the early game. So yung ginawa nila, they put a ward on the top side. They didn't see a lane swap. They tried to preempt it and they failed. So Hall and Neep, sila yung pupunta sa bot lane. They were able to dodge, the lane swap against Naga. Parang mind games lang to actually eh. Pero in the end, they were able to avoid facing Luxuria. Sa mga naka-experience dyan ng Lucian and Corky matchup, guys can share your thoughts on the chat. Pero definitely, Lucian would be on top in this matchup.
Yeah, against Corky. Yes, I would say on that one. But right now, so if we'll have Luxuria, Lucian, tsaka Trundle against this Tam Kench, well, it's very easy to play safe.
Yeah.
as Tam Kench.
Actually, if anything, gusto nilang i-bully yan. Because keep in mind, Tam Kench, she's not very mobile.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have any escape. So kapag na-pillar yan, then it'll be very easy free hits for Lucian to put down damage.
Yeah.
And setting behind Tam Kench in this game, actually, kung titignan kasi natin yung composition na Explicit, earlier, sabi natin, for Naga, throughout the entire game, relevant sila. Kasi they have good early game with Lucian, good mid game with Graves, and then nice late game with Victor. For the side kasi of Explicit, they only spike at mid game.
Yeah.
So kapag na-set behind sila sa early part ng game, the more that Naga puts in pressure sa early game, the more that Explicit will take longer to reach the mid game spike. So if they can set behind Tam Kench, hindi siya makaka-split push. And that's obviously good news for Naga.
Yan. Sa matchup nga lang though, kasi Tam Kench with a thick skin. Tapos Braum and Gorky against Suzaku. Gorky with the armor penetration plus the mix of magic
Damage.
and attack damage.
Yeah.
I was thinking na mas mapapunish si Suzaku dito.
Possibly.
Compared to Icarus on that Tam Kench.
Obviously, kasi both of them will suffer.
Yeah,
no,
both of them will suffer talaga.
Pero in terms of who will get punished more, I think it might still be Icarus kasi mas malakas talaga kasi yung harass ni Lucian during the early game. So I guess it's all about how they handle this. Kasi keep in mind, they're only about to find out na nag-lane swap yung Naga.
Yeah.
So there's still a possibility na Icarus might double jungle.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. He's too far right now. So we'll see what they decide to do.
Or the first story of this game would be Knights on that Elise.
Yeah, we haven't seen Knights use Elise before.
Yeah. Napaka-crucial nun kasi by level 3 after the second big camp, you have all the hits that you need.
Yeah,
for that
gank.
Napaka-potent ng gank ni Elise.
Yun lang yung again to remind the viewers no, Knights, this is only his second time, I think, to play jungle for Explicit kasi he used to be the mid laner, and then Avarisha and Knights swapped roles. I don't know what the decision was, but Avarisha, obviously, you need a good mid lane carry, and Avarisha used to be an Ahri main back in the day, and he was top 1 challenger, so maybe they decided to put their better carry mechanically in the mid lane.
Shoutouts nga pala kay Kasep. Nakasama ko sa Raw City. He was cheating for Akarin yung pinsan niya, and Icarus now, what happened to that one?
Yeah, so they were hiding in the bush, and Icarus did not see them. They don't know. Now, keep in mind that Explicit, hindi nila na-mirror yung vision game.
Yeah.
So they didn't know that Luxuria and Suzaku were in top lane, and he has to recall at 2 minutes into the game and force TP.
Yeah, he was holding on. He was holding on to that flash.
Yeah.
Really interesting na hindi siya nag-flash out on that one. Though, I would say na okay lang. Wala namang execute, no?
Yeah. So obviously in this early game, it's definitely Naga that has the lead.
Yeah.
They set behind Icarus so early. Tapos obviously, double jungle yung Naga with the top in the jungle going around the map. So this will be an advantage for them kasi hindi mawawala ng EXP si Suzaku.
And now, Tam Kench, Icarus, Raw City Hito. Will definitely scout out that jungle play mula dito sa body.
Yeah.
Top
The
lane
sad part
body
is, wala sila magagawa.
Oh,
so they know that they're here but they can't get the red buff.
Yeah, but you can see that
what will happen.
Elise will rotate for this bottom lane.
So they're gonna make a fast push at bot. Maybe try and force, no? And Naga to respond. So they're gonna mirror it. So this is gonna be... Actually, this is gonna be a 4-man push at Naga at top. Meanwhile, yung Explicit 3-man push lang. So actually, obviously, Naga yung ahead dun. They'll be able to take down the tower faster and recall faster. And Icarus, all the while, Icarus is not getting any CS. He's not getting any XP.
Yeah, yung sa mga viewers natin, you would think na open to Dragon for the taking ng Explicit Hardcore Gaming. Pero for this game, napakalayo ng scaling early Torre compared to the early Dragon.
Yeah. And in fact, I remember reading, I think that was League of Learning by Jat, where you don't really aim for 5th Dragon anymore kasi napakabilis ng game. Obviously, that depends on the playstyle ng team. But at this state, it's not as strong as it used to be kasi for the most part, hindi na umaabot ng ganung stage ng game. Yung mga games natin to wait for 5th Dragon. But they do get it.
Yeah, of course.
And this will help with the 6%.
At least, papunta dun sa mid game, you would really want to have items first before getting the 6% kasi like, you would require 100 attack damage item bago ka makakuha ng plus 6 attack. So imagine that. Ano yung mga 100 attack damage item or AP? AP giving items, di ba? Tapos ang makukuha mo lang doon 6 AP. Kaya pagdating talaga sa early game, hindi ganon ka-crucial yung first dragon buff.
Pero for the side of Explicit, no, they really want to extend this game. They want to catch up sa itemization nila kasi obviously, they fell off early because of the lane swap na hindi nila na-anticipate. So now Icarus has to freeze the lane and try to keep himself safe.
Yep. And that would be fairly easy now.
Whoa!
That will only leave Suzaku for swapping to the top lane.
Yeah, they're gonna give this to Luxuria.
Yes.
So they will probably... Actually, I don't know. They're gonna recall and probably put Lucian back to bot lane.
And they're aiming for Suzaku. So, stay pa rin talaga sa top lane, no?
Yeah, they're really gonna push up this lane.
Yeah, but Braum is also hovering over the top lane. That leaves Corki alone against the Malphite.
Yeah, well, that's quite an advantage now for the side of Hall. He will scale with levels. Obviously, kapag umabot yun na level 6, he'll get his ult. Meanwhile, Braum and Tamkench, pwede silang mag-stick together so that he can have some form of protection at top lane so he can farm.
Yeah, pero mas may breathing room na rin para kay kay Suzaku. And you have to take note kung gaano changing yung ult dito ni Suzaku.
Yeah, but I think this is a better decision by Explicit to keep Braum with Icarus kasi Hall will definitely scale to mid so he can just farm under tower and then they have to get Icarus tanky by that point.
Okay, nakakursunadahan na dito si Luxuria, dalawang dila, marka dito ni Icarus. There is the Winter's Bite Knights. Hindi pa binibitawan yung kanyang Kun. Binigyan ng trophy. Champion ka. Sabi dito ng Naga Esports. Avarisha flocking from the side. There is the relentless pursuit mula kay Luxuria. No execute yet. You have Akarain on the side. Jungler, ladies and gentlemen, but no first blood yet as 4 members of Explicit Hardcore Gaming will fall back. Yung lamang ngayon ng Naga Esports, kitang-kita dito.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna use that Rift Herald to try and push this top lane. Actually, walang magagawa talaga yung Explicit at this point.
Yeah.
They haven't scaled yet. And Victor is gonna be CSing at mid. This is a... sobrang awkward ito actually for Explicit. They have no choice but to wait until they're able to itemize.
Yeah. Well, at least, if you don't know how to win, and you know how to lose, so just prevent the things na magpapasure na magpapatalo sa'yo. And you can see na Cocoon connected onto Luxuria. No follow-up mula sa top laner and support ng Explicit Hardcore Gaming.
Yeah, so all Hall has to do, Hall talaga yung pinaka-importante dito. He's definitely the main damage dealer. If you look at Explicit's entire team, it's only Icarus and Hall who will be doing damage, at least from the mid to late game, mostly on Hall.
Yeah.
So, yung nakakalungkot lang doon is that Hall is not exactly the best ADC in the league. He's definitely disappointed us at times during the split. So, they really need to invest a lot in him so he can deal damage, no? Kapag dating sa mid-game.
Mataas yung score niya kanina sa ARAM.
Well, yeah. 11 kills, yeah. Hopefully, that inspires him
for this one.
Game,
Game-changing collateral damage. Game-changing rocket barrage mula dito sa Burger Corti.
So, we'll see. Yan yung diba? Binigay na skin during Rampage.
During Rampage, man. Limited edition. Burger King Corki. Bakit yan kasi hindi pa haba yung size ng ship. Pabilog talaga, diba?
Pabilog talaga.
Oo. Gusto ko bagong skin. Paper plate. Corki. Forma na.
Pwede.
No, man. Namiss ko tuloy si Jelly.
Oh, yeah.
Because pag sa pag-iisip ng mga
mga skin teams,
si Jelly yung lagi yung tandem dyan.
Yeah. Pero at this point in the game, after the lane swap and after the first turret, medyo babagal ulit yung game. No? Because you won't be able to take another objective. A lot of the outer turrets are gone. So the only objective now that you can take is either Dragon or mid lane or make picks in the jungle.
And wards.
So far, Explicit is putting a lot of... wow. Akarain actually uses ult to knock back and disengage there. Para di siya mahuli ni Knights. So they're
that's one
being
utility,
forced
no?
back.
For collateral damage, yung knock, yung
to escape. So they're actually really pushing back. There's the pillar.
Oh, wow. The Knights closing that gap in after connecting. Yung Cocoon dito kay Badger, but you know, that's very risky. Yes.
Are here at top. I'm not sure what this call is for. They're just trying to push at top lane.
Yeah, and I don't know kung ano makukuha nila dito. Not so sure if they'll manage to push this one.
Yeah, it's at full health. There's the Kali.
There's the wave
clear. It's a nice wave clear coming from Naga.
Though, I think pumatangin pa rin dito si Suzaku para makateleport dun sa top lane. That is a force flash mula kay Avarisha after 2 ults has been laid down in the mid lane. And Explicit Hardcore Gaming realized mukhang sketchy yung 4-man push sa top. So, yeah.
Meanwhile, Suzaku is just farming, so he's gonna get really tanky. 56 CS now, and he's pushing down bot lane pretty hard. That might go down, but we're not so sure.
Yeah, because
There's a TP.
It's a
So it's gonna go back, I think, to top versus bot lanes.
Yes,
so
man.
Suzaku and Icarus will face each other again.
Pero,
And Icarus best, no, to just stay at this bot lane and then freeze the lane.
yeah,
ng
and
CS.
wala nang flash dito si Avarisha. Napakahalaga ng flash na yan. Pag di ka nag-flash,
Yeah.
mabaho yung ban.
Yes, a Rift Herald is open. Dragon coming up in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So we'll see who will be able to secure this one.
Objectives keeps popping out on the map. You still have to take note though na ang only objective, visible objective dito would be the trade mula doon sa missed and successful lane swaps. 1 Dragon, 4 Explicit Hardcore Gaming, and you know, both teams has turrets. But we are on a pretty even.
Yeah,
Gold bar.
actually even talaga siya. It really slowed down after yung top
Avarisha.
lane.
Anong ginagawa dito ni Avarisha? He has the take note. He has no flash though. That's
A lot of
tons
poke.
damage. Yes.
He
the
did go
front-
for the Frost Queen's claim.
Oh, and that prompted Explicit Hardcore Gaming for the second Dragon. Maganda to, ha? Pushing power. An
Yeah.
early pushing power.
Oh,
Dragon
there's a
back
TP.
para sa Explicit Hardcore Gaming. Meron teleport
There's
naman
a TP.
galing. Suzaku now going for that ult. He goes for the
Three-man.
ult onto Knights. That is a 3-man ult. Kali getting laid down. Knights going solo. Rappels out. Here comes the Spider. There's Luxuria dashing in, securing the first blood mula sa kanilang first hook. And Suzaku now going for an engage. Oh, yun. Akala ko kinain si Icarus Akala ko kakain si Icarus, but it'll be Icarus falling in the hands of that Malphite. Ladies and gentlemen, Naga Esports 2-0.
Yeah, so expected, no? There's not much damage again from Explicit except si Hall. Icarus has no items. Knights will obviously do bad in team fights kasi Elise yung gamit niya. So in a 5v5, Naga wants 5v5s.
Yeah.
I mean, you have so much AoE, may Victor ka, may Malphite ka, tapos may Graves ka pa.
Yeah.
So much AoE, so much early game damage. So they obviously would win that clash.
And Luxuria, so smoothly, hindi nagalaw sa team fight na yun.
Yes.
Wow. Disoriented ngayon, Explicit Hardcore Gaming, especially with the teleport coming in mula doon kay Suzaku.
Really nice
Yeah.
TP. So good vision coming in from Naga on the side of Dragon.
Yeah, so let's see how will Explicit Hardcore Gaming fall back from that.
Yeah, they really have to freeze and farm.
Yes, man. Freeze and farm. So,
sa mga-
naiwanan to Dragon na naman dito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they took bot turret, and then they recalled, and then they went for Rift Herald.
Yeah, I don't think this is enough. 2 members from Naga Esports para mapigilan itong Dragon na to. But it'll be a Rift Herald as Naga Esports will focus more for the push instead of the Dragon. Second Dragon of the game. That is Explicit Hardcore Gaming. Luxuria dashing in. Gukon mula kay Knights. Oh no, wala yung teammates. Andito yung teammates rather ng Naga Esports. Nip, first place daw siya. There's the laser. Mula kay Daigo. Avarisha without any flash. Nakatayo sa gravity field. Onto that calling a double kill para kay Daigo.
Yeah, so they did not expect that. Nakuha nga nila yung second Dragon.
Yep.
Pero this is gonna be probably a mid turret, and
Na-
all outer turrets at that point will be gone.
Na-bait
for Explicit.
ni Luxuria.
Oh. Kasi wala
Only
silang vision
conclusion.
at that side eh. Actually,
Yeah.
they did.
Yes.
But they decided to take it. Tapos gusto pang mag-engage ni Knights.
Ni Knights, yeah.
But the problem is they had no mana, they had no health after that Dragon. So
Yes.
nasa back foot na sila throughout that fight.
Nako, this is a 3A goal lead 13 minutes into the game. Considering the composition dito ng Naga Esports, things are really looking good for them. They have the lead now, very visible lead, quite frankly. And so, you can see that Victor now getting that upgrade. If you look at the itemizations, we also have that little nerf lang naman mula doon sa Crossfeed's claim meta mid lane.
Yeah,
Mula
the mana
kay
regen.
Lulu. Yeah.
But it's still really useful,
Yeah.
especially since medyo lacking in engage tong Explicit. They really could use the slow para makapag-landing ng Devour si Icarus.
Oh, Team being overly aggressive on that one cocoon. Well, Knights lands some good cocoons, pero yun lang, yung timing lang talaga. Okay,
Yeah, in terms of goal, let's see the differences. Obviously, lahat ng lanes halos have a slight gold lead. Buti lang yung pinakamaliit na gap dito is on the ADCs. So at least alam natin nakakapag-CS pa rin si Hall.
Yes.
Because he will be very important. Hihintayin lang natin yung Trinity force na spike niya. And then we'll also wait for Icarus and From to get a bit tanky. At that point, baka pwede na sila mag-contest sa objectives. But for now, they really just have to sit back and chill.
Oh my god. even Icarus now with this really good pick. Tamkins, no?
Yes.
Di na gano'n nagmamanifest pagdating dun sa top lane. It's a matter of time. Force Susako waiting out on that teleport. Make that crucial play mula sa Unstoppable Force. Although, malayo-layo pa para makabuo dito ng Trinity Force.
And when you think about it, sobrang worth talaga ng lane swap na yun. Even if they were able to, even if Naga was not able to face yung 2v2 na gusto nila, they were still able to shut down Icarus and take out so many towers.
Yeah, so we are seeing an ult mula dito kay Icarus gets mitigated. Mind
Nice.
slow na nanggaling mula sa Gravity Field. Deep will stand behind mula sa Icarus na nasa behind. And it will be Avarisha now from the side. No, hindi umabot yung Glitter Lands. So 3 members of Naga Esports will go for the push here on the inner bottom lane star.
And this is the problem kapag wala kayong primary or reliable engage sa comp nyo. You can't engage, you can't make any proactive moves. Kasi kaya na sinabi natin sa pick and ban phase na si Explicit, they don't have an Alistar, they don't have a Leona, nothing. And there, at least there's a stun.
Yes, there's the flash to good. Teleport na magagaling mula kay Susako. This is trouble! And that is an Unstoppable Force! Squishing that spider mula kay Knights. Only 3 members are here sa bottom lane. Para sa Explicit Hardcore Gaming stopping 4 members. And Icarus dito laban sa Scientifico. Still, disengage lang sa dalawang to. As 4 members also from Naga Esports wouldn't risk anything here on the bottom lane.
Yeah, so things looking darker and darker though for the side of Explicit. 4,000 gold lead on the side of Naga at 15 minutes into the game. So despite their defensive play, actually nakikita natin sinusubukan talaga ni Avarisha na maghanap ng opportunity to flank and engage. Pero like I said, ang laki talaga ng effect ng pagkawala ni Alistar sa pick and ban. Neep defaulting to Braum, which does not have the same effect sa pag-engage for the team.
Yeah. At the very least though, nakabuo na dito si Hall ng
Yes, Trinity Force.
Yes, may Trinity na. Alright, so you can see that nice though 0-2-0. Kakabuo pa lamang nitong Runic Echoes.
Oo, tsaka Tracker's Knife. Yung nakakalungkot nga kasi, after the lane swap at pagkatapos mawala na lahat ng outer turrets ng XHG, hindi nila na gamit yung advantage ni Elise to create early pressure and early ganks. Kasi kapag nahulog na lahat ng outer turret nyo, it becomes much scarier to pull off ganks. Naga has just been rotating everywhere around the map. Hindi malaman ni Knights kung saan ba sila.
Oh, that's on! Dahil ko receiving na full burst mula kay Liz Ravel. Out mula sa kay Storm naman. There's the ult mula kay Avarisha. 2 members here ng Naga Esports. Akarain Badger gustong ipagiganti. Walang magaganti. As Explicit Hardcore Gaming gets their first kill in the game.
Your pillar can't save you kapag ganun yung positioning mo, Daigo. No one can save you there. And let's just say, hindi yun yung first time na Daigo got so brave of his lead that he was caught out of position. So sometimes Daigo tends to make those mistakes. And XHG could definitely use that.
And that's where dun mo mapapansin Elise, a good counter against Victor.
As long as you can land that cocoon on any primary target.
Give the combo. Pag binagsakan ka ng combo ni Victor, just rappel. That's true. Like 3 skills kasama pa yung ult na nami-mitigate lang ng isang E.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so yan, a little advice kung paano nyo na-determine how a champion is a good counter against another champion. Yung trade-off ng mga skills. Yan. Parang nung nakwento mo sa akin kay Azir, di ba? Si Azir, it takes like 3 skills para lang mag-peel out.
Yeah.
And even the ult, pwede mong gamitin pang peel din. Yan. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, 18 minutes into the game. We have 3 seconds bago lumabas with itong Dragon. You have to take note that things escalate against Explicit Hardcore Gaming on this part of the map. So, Naga Esports has the confidence to start on this Dragon.
I think this is the game with the most number of Rift Heralds taken. Nakatatlo ng Rift Herald yung Naga.
Okay, Nip into the front line. Icarus now.
Ang layo pa ni Avarisha.
Onto Badger. Akarain Dago from the side. Nice in the front line, trying to make more than still rebels out. Who will get the Dragon? Repeat Knight, securing the spot, but it's a 2-man. Unstoppable Force mula kay Susako. Luxuria now is down. And Naga Esports having a sketch engage on this one. Dago tries to snipe that laser out. Explicit Hardcore Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Mid-game Corky.
Yes, actually,
What
I
a
think
nice
the
fight.
reason that happened was because yung positioning na Naga,
Oo.
they got slowly pushed either inside the Dragon Pit or outside the pit.
Yeah.
So dahil nangyari yun, actually, let's check this replay. So nakita natin, 3 members were inside the pit, Neep was able to lock them in. So Ikaros and Neep were able to keep them inside the pit. At this point, Hall just has to keep poking with his ult at this point now. And then Ikaros is able to devour Akarin, who has no mana. So he's forced to be out of this fight. Wala na agad damage. Daigo and Akarin were out of the fight. And then that package from Hall to lock them all inside. All you have to do is keep putting out damage there. And then Avarisha is able to poke as well. So very, very nice positioning by XHG to squeeze them all inside the pit.
Oh, now we see two members of Naga Esports. Akarin and Daigo
are dead.
After that, replay lang sapat na. Ikaros now getting the link onto that Luxuria teleport na magagaling mula kay Suzaku. Ikaros, run for your life, Bay! And that is a disengage mula sa Explicit Hardcore Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Ang galing ni Hall dun sa Dragon Engage.
That was a really nice package. I mean, I don't think he could have put it anywhere
nice
else.
Package.
Yeah, it was really, alright,
Yes.
rock and roll. Pero yeah, that was a really actually, sobrang fortunate na setup na yun.
Yeah.
It wasn't exactly planned, but it was a blessing in disguise from Explicit to really get that dragon fight. That really sets up morale. Kasi after being behind in the game for up to 20 minutes straight, after that, parang mabuboost kayo na i-push yung game na to eh. Kasi maybe early on in the game, they were thinking ang liit ng window to be able to bounce back. But that dragon fight changed everything.
Ayan, 20 minutes into the game. Let's see if Hall will continue doing the good work with his package. And now, there's the members of Explicit Hardcore Gaming. That's 4 members flanking up top. They have the scaling and the items that they need. They're getting it, di ba?
Yeah, and keep in mind in this top lane, wala dito si Luxuria. He has to recall. Avarisha can push bot, which is already pushing in their favor, and then TP. So this is a very advantageous fight. Actually, Luxuria is not even gonna go top. He's gonna try and still stop this bot lane push. So XHG can actually keep pushing top and try to get the turret.
Nice. So, it's a good map map configuration para sa Explicit Hardcore Gaming. How will Naga Esports adjust on this one? Medyo mahirap-hirap masyutan yung members dito ng Explicit Hardcore Gaming ng combo ni Victor.
Yeah. Actually, yun, aside from that dragon fight, in a 5v5, mas maganda pa rin talaga yung composition ng Naga. But if Explicit, kung makaset sila properly around an objective like that, if they can do that again and again, na makakapag-set sila ng vision around dragon or around the turret, and then try to find a really nice zoning. Kasi yun yung maganda kay Tam Kench eh. Kapag nakalapit siya sa carry, he can really push them away from the rest of the fight. Yun yung nangyari kasi kanina.
You cannot risk staying kapag yung Tam Kench nakatayo
kasi
na
kapag na-devour ka, you're out for how many seconds in a fight plus the damage from devour.
Yes, man.
So as long as Icarus can keep doing that, na makapag-set siya sa harap ng either Daigo or Akarin, or in the case earlier, both, if you can zone them both away from the team fight, you're able to give Hall and Avarisha so much time to poke through a team fight that yun talaga yung advantage dun earlier in the dragon fight. Hopefully they can keep replicating that, but at this point, Naga just has to set team fights better because they have a better 5v5. They just have to abuse their earlier spike.
Nako, ladies and gentlemen, sa mga viewers natin dyan, 22 minutes 45 seconds into the game. And things are getting really, really interesting. Tama na ang mga ARAM natin dito. Tama na ang mga default. This is the Pro Gaming Series. This is the Pro League of the League of Legends Philippines.
Yes.
Now, tingnan natin. Now, Knights closing it up here.
Yeah, Dragon is coming up in 1 minute and 30. So that will be another very important Dragon.
Yeah.
Explicit already has 3 dragons. If they scale into late with 5 dragons, that will be seriously a huge thing. Icarus is already tanky at this point.
Kung makuha tong dragon na to, they're onto the 4th dragon stack.
Yeah.
And another 6 minutes of very powerful buff aspect of the dragon, which is hindi sinasadya. And I think pinaneem to ng Explicit Hardcore Gaming na wala sa priority ng Naga Esports.
Yung dragon.
That is true. Lalo pa, todo-todo sila dun sa Rift Herald.
Yeah. Actually, their first 2 Rift Herald, pero worth pa yung pagkuha nila. Kasi at those points in the game, nakakuha sila ng outer turrets and maybe push into inner. But after when they took the 3rd, sobrang liit ng return of investment nila dun sa 3rd Rift Herald nila. They weren't able to really get anything out of it kasi after that Rift Herald, nag-dragon fight sila, natalo sila.
Yeah.
So that was actually in favor of Explicit. They closed the 4,000 gold lead. Now it's only 300 gold behind.
Sa dynamics ng League of Legends, Amplifier, ito para saan ang pinakamahirap?
Decision making.
Yung decision making, I mean sa skill mo as a player. What I mean is, understanding the game. Yung
yeah.
scaling talaga,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Like kapag nandun ka na sa solo queue, alam mo yun, like you would want to really synergize with your teammates. Pero aside sa synergy, aside sa idea ng counter, who works well with another champion, di ba? You would have to understand yung scaling din talaga eh. Which
Actually,
is very hard to determine on the fly.
That's
Mahirap
true.
malaman.
Napakalaki ng advantage when a team understands yung weaknesses and strengths ng compositions nila. And keep in mind, understanding your strength and weakness of your team comp, pati yung pro players, nagkakamali rin sila sa analysis nila doon.
I mean, napaka-crucial talaga itong scaling na to. Especially kapag yun nga, pag nakuha mo yung item mo, you would want to face on that.
Yes.
Diba,
Knowing when, knowing when and when not to fight is a very, very big advantage. Whoa!
Okay!
Fight.
Abyssal Voyage mula kay Tamkens! Tamkens!
Wow!
Deliver ng support lagos na para sa Explicit Hardcore Gaming! Galing mula din sa backline ng Naga Esports! Flash mula kay Luxuria! Also Hall! Baril Howl! Slaying Akara in Luxuria's case is slaying Hull! And only 3 members of Naga Esports are remaining in exchange for 1 mula sa Explicit Hardcore Gaming Luxuria, the only ray of hope, a gunslinging ray of hope para sa Naga Esports. But that is a disengage now. 2 kills, 1 dragon, Explicit Hardcore Gaming in exchange for 1 in favor of Naga Esports.
Yeah, okay, let's take a look at that replay. So Dragon, all 4 again are in, no, 3 are inside the Dragon pit trying to get Daigo is zoned out by Neep. Very good job from Neep to keep Daigo away from the fight. The entire time, wala siya na landing the skill against the carries. All is able to land another package exactly when the Dragon fight happens. Now everyone's locked in, and all in Luxuria flash out to have a 1v1 with an even trade. Meanwhile, Ikaros and Neep, Aperisha and Knights are also healthy. They were able to take Daigo out of the fight so early. That was the winning factor of this game. Victor was not there the entire time. And Luxuria could not deal any damage because he's starting to fall off at this point. He doesn't have a huge lead. Actually, in terms of gold, si Hall na yung nakalamang in terms of gold against Luxuria. So at that point, the same situation actually nangyari.
Yeah.
Another Dragon fight, another zoning of Daigo, and then another team fight package again. And this is a 4th Dragon for Explicit in another around 5 minutes.
They would have to find
They will
a
have
way.
the 5th Dragon.
Yeah, they would have to find a way para makipaglaban without Daigo.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, supportahan si Daigo.
Actually, what they
At the
need to
same
do is to really set up properly. Kasi kung manotice natin, when they were approaching Dragon,
Hiwa-hiwalay, no?
they medyo last minute yung decision na yun eh. They didn't set up first. Hindi nila manage, parang hindi nila manage muna yung waves and then went for Dragon. Para yung nangyari, it became kind of like a split-second decision. Na parang, guys, oh look, Dragon is live. Alright, let's go and try and take it.
Yeah.
And then at that point, both of them had even vision. They tried to take it, but they didn't take it fast enough. Yun kasi yung laging problema. They can't take it and then fight. Yung nangyayari is they try to take it and then get caught.
Oh, what a wasted shot mula kay Ikaros Kali getting laid down. A fried Tamkens mula sa ilaw dito ni Lucian. An easy pick knowing that members of Explicit Hardcore Gaming are split. Naka-split sa buong mapa. Only 4 members here ng Naga Esports going for that push. Make that 5 as they are aiming to take on this inner mid lane target.
Yeah, actually that was really questionable from Ikaros. Kung ba't siya nandun, they might lose this mid turret, but the calling is not here. So they will lack some wave there. Pero Daigo, keep in mind, is still here. Plus Suzaku, so if they choose to die, the burst potential will actually be very strong. So Explicit has to be careful here.
Yes, si Hall, naku, pumapran like a pre, what? Siya mo lang, sa likod ka lang ni Okay, so let's see. We have Suzaku now over the bottom lane, allowing that's a strategy. Okay, going for that split, especially when you have that teleport, but instead it will be Naga Esports, Luxuria, and Akari 2 AD carries here. 1 for the jungle. Okay,
yeah, so we're seeing the Naga starting to invade the vision. Oh, and they got mid turret. Ikaros is alone.
Ikaros, round 2!
Nice pillar.
Yes, nice pillar, and Dips in the house.
Daigo!
Daigo gets the bar! Nice on the healing spree onto Badger! It'll be a very bad position for Badger.
Oh my
Double
gosh.
kill, ladies and gentlemen. Ikaros going for that chase. No, they won't. There's the signal to take the Baron. And Avarisha is closing in to only 3 members ng Naga Esports are remaining. They're actually hovering over. Maybe try to stop the Baron. I'm not so sure if they can.
Oh my gosh, Daigo has 4 deaths at 29 minutes. I think this may have been one of the most questionable games for Daigo.
Yes,
in terms of positioning.
This is very sketchy now for Suzaku. For Akarin. Ay, now, oh my god, you have to really fall back. I think yes, they can. Oh no, there's the leak mula kay Luxuria. Icarus now just pop stomping, going for the tower dive.
Oh,
Akarine, the
wow.
Hex Streaker. Would it be enough? Is that the shield mula kay Akarine? Ah, yeah, naka-Hex Streaker nga mula sa mga Malmonsters. Man, oh man. The fourth dragon, the lack of that one dragon buff mula sa Naga Esports is just manifesting so hard. 1 minute 20 seconds, lalabas na ang fifth dragon buff.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering what's happening to Naga. Okay, they were able to get yung mid turret, but Daigo was getting caught in that one. Maganda sana yung pillar ni Badger, but the problem is it didn't matter. Kasi kahit nakapag-pillar siya, he kept 3 members away, but Daigo still died.
Yes, man.
And at 29 minutes in the game, Daigo becomes the primary target. Kasi Luxuria and Graves start to fall off at this stage. In fact, if you look at the itemization of Akarine, he doesn't really have a solid damage-dealing item. It's actually very defensive.
Yes.
Aside from Warriors, Enchant, Maw, and Swiftness, and Jar's Fist, those are not damage-dealing items. So there's really a lack of damage at the moment because they're trying to negate the magic damage coming from both Lulu and Corki.
You would want for more armor penetration para sa Greaves na
I think they should have gone more aggressive for their itemization.
Yeah.
Akarine should have probably delayed yung Hex Drinker niya and then gone for a damage-dealing item kasi their spike was earlier. They should have taken advantage para ma-push nila yung mid-game lead nila. The problem is Hall was able to farm. He got his core items, or at least most of them. And now, they can totally go 5v5 and not be afraid. Someone has to stick with Daigo and keep him safe.
Ito, Naga Esports can really not give this fifth dragon buff for Explicit Hardcore Gaming. Like, they could easily shred through the base, dead a hole dito sa against Naga Esports. This
Naga has a nicer position here. Mas maganda itong position na to. Okay,
so
gonna happen.
Alright, there's the nice mula kay Suzaku. Easily gets shred through Luxuria in the house of free hit.
No, Hall.
Free hit inigari para sa Naga Esports, and it seems the fifth dragon buff gets faded away mula sa Explicit Hardcore Gaming. Determination is the key, ladies and gentlemen, as 2 members of Explicit Hardcore Gaming gets executed. And ladies and gentlemen, 31 minutes into the game, it will be the first dragon for Naga Esports.
If we could just get a replay of that match, because yung pag-setup to the team fight, that was a 3-man knock-up to a 3-man ult from Daigo and then a culling. Obviously, talo na agad yung Explicit at that point.
Yung positioning ni Luxuria, crazy positioning. Ganda, man.
That fight really, kaya sinasabi ko, the first 2 Dragon fights, it was just about the positioning and the way they took Dragon. Kasi the first 2 fights, they didn't finish it fast enough, they got squished in the turret, and then there was a package. But in this third one, nice try. Nice try.
Yeah, if it was a steal, it could have been worth. But yeah, you can have any more any kills. Ladies and gentlemen, first dragon, and of course the first dragon Baron buff in the hands of Naga Esports. Now, wala ibang choice doon si Daigo talaga but to flash.
Okay, first, we have to commend Explicit. Kasi we didn't expect it to be this close a game. Explicit has only 1 point and they have been the underdogs of this league for quite a long time. So to see them come together like this, ng ganito, it might also be just Naga making a lot of mistakes, but still, Explicit's able to abuse them, and you really have to commend them for bringing the game this close despite being the underdogs of the match. So, still, 3,000 gold lead behind because of that dragon fight. Maybe they can make something happen in the next dragon. For now,
or maybe
refresh your vision.
Or wait, clearance. This Baron buff.
Yeah, they have to stall.
Yeah.
Maybe now they can do yung 1-4 na sinasabi ko kanina, where you put Tamkens in another lane since no one wants to face him, and then have everyone else disengage in another lane. Pero, they just have to get better positioning in the next team fight. Swerte kasi sila during the first 2 fights where Icarus was able to zone the other members.
I have a feeling matagal-tagal pa itong game na, but it's really nice to see Puso Gaming na nagagaling para sa side Explicit Hardcore Gaming. But right now, what you would want would be do a Turtle Gaming.
Turtle Gaming.
Yeah, wait out more than Baron buff to expire.
The problem is, napakaganda ng wave clear on the side of Naga Esports because you have a Graves, a Victor, and a Lucian who all have very good wave clear. So they have to really keep this turret safe. And there's the calling.
Oh my god.
So they're really trying to push in the lanes. All lanes are pushing in their favor. If you look at top lane and at bot lane, everything's pushing in their favor right now. So medyo makakati dito yung Explicit, and this might be a free mid turret if they don't split push.
Yes, it's the only option here para sa Explicit Hardcore Gaming would be to wait for any member of Naga Esports to
And
go for that
maybe
time.
catch someone out of position kung kaya.
No. Grabe, laking tulong talaga yung Unbreakable dito ni Brom.
Yeah. They have a pretty good anti-siege champion. And good poke from Avarisha and Corki. Kasi maganda din yung wave clear ng Lulu and Corki. So they're able to slow down the wave clear at least dito from Naga side and hopefully wait for Baron to expire.
Yes. So that's one turret. Easy turret para sa Naga Esports as Lucian is doing the work over that one. Luxuria now.
Actually, Baron's expiring na.
Oh yeah, onto the top lane.
Yeah,
Inhibitor turret.
Almost close.
Yeah. Yeah, a little konting signal na lang. They can go for any engage here. Onto any isolated target. Actually, pwede na ito. Ma-ulta ni Tamkins itong Lucian na to. Baron buff will expire now, ladies and gentlemen. And you could see Neat putting that Unbreakable Akari now. Naga Esports hindi pa rin bumibitaw. Para dito sa kanilang siege. Pinapakalan back. That is the signal for Explicit Hardcore Gaming to go into the hands. Akari now receiving the stack mula kay Tamkins. Walang fight na makukuha mula dito kay Icarus. And still nobody's going down. No, that will be Neat down first time for the Explicit Hardcore Gaming Icarus. Okay, kinain na dito si Elise Avarisha in the backline, whole with the safety of the walls of their base. And that is 1 minute 58 seconds bago lumabas yung second Dragon buff na pwedeng makuha dito ng Naga Esports. Still though, hindi nabutas yung base dito.
That's
Explicit Hardcore Gaming.
what was good from the side of Explicit. Okay, the reason they lost that fight na parang walang nangyari is being... Tamkench.
Wow.
The stun almost.
Yes, there's the flash mula kay Avarisha. Will be a skill onto Badger Avarisha.
Nice kill.
Sidestepping. Wow, so yun lang talaga. What a good engage, what a good decision making.
Yeah. So good
Don't
job
engage
from
with
them.
the Baron buff.
There won't be any Sightstone to set up for, actually, yeah, there won't be any Sightstone to set up for Dragon, which is coming up in 1 minute and 10 seconds. So pwede na mag-set dito ng vision around the 5th Dragon, yung Explicit. It was a really good decision from Explicit. Ang ganda na combo na ginawa nila. Neat dashed in, used this ult, plus the Avarisha ult.
Yeah.
So they were able to land the double, parang trampoline
Yeah,
na knock-up.
the first second na nawala yung Baron buff.
Oo, nag-engage na agad sila. They were able to defend their inner turrets or inhibitor turrets.
Ngayon, sa mga viewers natin, sa mga manonood natin, mukhang chami-chami lang, simple lang na lesson. Pero nakita nyo yung benefits. Imagine if Explicit Hardcore Gaming engage with the Dragon buff para sa Naga Esports. So, ayan, lesson yan. Madali lang mag-stall. Madali lang ma-counter, ang Dragon buff. Madali lang ma-counter ang Baron buff.
Yeah.
Wave clear.
Yes.
Install the
Just
game.
always make sure your comp has wave clear. So actually, maganda rin talaga yung comp na Explicit. The only worry I have for Explicit now, 37 minutes into the game, is that mas malakas talaga at this point si Daigo. Late scaling!
Yes, this is an Avarisha, bye-bye. As Naga gets that execute. Wow,
that's actually a very huge loss.
Yes. 3 ults ang binagsak dito.
I don't know why Avarisha was there. Extremely questionable call from a decision from Avarisha kasi wala siyang vision around the Baron, the blue buff. Yeah, if you check, there's no wards around this area at all. So I don't know why Avarisha decided to do that. She didn't need to be there. The bot wave could push.
Oh my god, this is a 4v5 now. Para sa side lang na Explicit Hardcore Gaming. But yet, sa ikot, walang ult dito ang members ng Naga Esports. Even Suzaku has no ult. But still, Luxuria is getting the free hit of his time. Luxuria on the damage side. Securing that monster mula kay Bram. Icarus now. Hawak-hawak na sa bibig niya. Si Corki battering out. Icarus, you won't be forgotten. Ito, trophy para sa'yo. And yeah, that's 4 members of Explicit Hardcore Gaming down. And the second Dragon for Naga Esports.
Yeah, it's 1 minute without Tamkench. So, wow. Avarisha really was the big mistake. Sa clash na yun. Losing him really was really bad.
Man, as in, napaka-crucial nung ano na yun, nung wild growth na yun.
Yeah. So, free inhib, and actually, this might be a free top inhibitor turret as well.
Flames and Lucian. Of course, just need one time to shred through the turrets.
Yeah, now they're gonna set up for Baron. 20 seconds.
Yeah.
This XHG can contest.
Yep.
Yung problema lang, hindi sila makakaset of ng vision or ng positioning nila. So if XHG Icarus decides to dive in, chances are he might just get zoned and die again.
Ano kaya, Miracle Smite dito si Knights. Knights with the smites.
So
Tingnan
8k
natin.
gold behind. And looking at the itemization, Daigo actually really hurts. Going for the Merc Treads to negate yung AP damage coming from a lot of Explicit's members. So he was able to survive a bit longer. And he's building, I think, a Lich Bane next.
Yes,
Meanwhile, the AD carries also have a lot of their itemization done. Almost blocking their items in.
Oh, ano nangyari kay
And
Nip?
Nip
Oh, that's
trying to set up vision, but he's
Yes.
getting caught here.
That's a really
And
nice.
he foresees the ult.
That's a really nice ice pillar mula kay Badger. Sobrang laki
Oh.
daw ni Nip. That's a two-man ult. Unstoppable force from the backs. Papunta sa backs dito ng Explicit Hardcore Gaming. Mukhang basta-basta na lang ginagamit dito ng Naga Esports yung kanilang mga ult. I think they know really well kung gano'n na sila kalamang. And I
Oh,
think this
nice
could be
pillar.
the game. Flash in. Badger giving the trophy to the members dito ng Explicit Hardcore Gaming. Only 2 members are remaining. Make that the mid lane. Make that the 2 carries including the AD carry. Another trophy. Napakagalante dito ni Badger. Ang dami na binibigyan ng premyo. This is the first Nexus Star going down. Make that the second Nexus Star. Ladies and gentlemen, Naga Esports will close this series 2-0 as they take on the victory against Explicit Hardcore Gaming.
GG, well played. Grabe, what an exciting match coming in from both Explicit and Naga Esports. Honestly, seeing Explicit in this game, kung ganun lang yung performance nila from the whole split, I think they could have gotten a lot more points.
Oh nga, man.
So, if you think about it, despite the DQ from the first game, despite the 15-minute loss during the second game,
the stress na yun, oh.
they were able to bounce back against one of the top teams right now. So, a lot of props to XHG for doing what they did during this game. And I really hope that they keep pushing it throughout the game. Kasi compared to their counterpart Infused, na at one point, XHG looks so much better compared to Infused. I really think they have a much higher chance of not getting auto-relegated. If only they could keep doing that. Hopefully, they don't lose morale throughout the rest of the split.
Yeah, even though 146 D2C Hall, I would like to commend yung package talaga, yung package setup niya from those Dragon, capitalizing on the bad positioning during the mid-game dito ng Naga Esports.
Naga, they made a lot of mistakes this game. It wasn't their cleanest game. Daigo was getting caught a lot by Icaros.
Yeah, actually, ang commendable dito, I would say, would be Luxuria.
Yeah, that's true.
819, really
But
nice positioning.
Naga Esports boosting themselves to first place, tied with the Celestial Esports at 9 points. Both have 7 games up. And that's a really good spot right now for Naga. And then for the second set, we're going to have IPT Blue versus Infused, who are fighting really. Infused fighting to get out of relegations. And then IPT Blue trying to make it to playoffs
Is this
still.
the first time na sa isang group stage nasa first place yung Naga?
Yes.
Oh, no?
This is
really nice. Naga Esports, I would say, Naga Esports is one of the relatively new teams coming in here at the Pro Gaming Series. Grabe, bagong-bago talaga compared mo sa Imperium Pro Team Blue, compared mo sa, sa mga Imperium Pro Team sa Mineski,
Our
diba?
veterans.
Yes, mga veterans natin. So, let's see. Veterans, actually, you could consider Infuse Esports as a veteran na rin. So, Infuse Esports, Imperium Pro Team Blue, okay, yung bottom team natin versus, Imperium Pro Team Blue. Nakailang beses na rin sila sa first place pagdating dito sa ating group stage. Let's see how will that fight break out.
And
syempre,
match and win next game.
Ayan.
Don't forget our bundle, the IPT Yux bundle. We'll be giving away 5 skins with the code. You guys will get a chance to win. Isang winner lang to One person gets Arcade Driven, Project Fiora, Elderwood Hecarim, Lollipoppy, and Snow Daynar.
Oh, grabe. Nakita nyo yung laban kanina. Napaka-intense nun. We'll continue breaking out the match, hyping you up, shouting. Siyempre, samahan nyo lang kami dito. esports.garena.ph/stream. Kasama sila Nem at silang 8 dyan sa chat. This is the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split, brought to you by the official shotmate of the Pro Gaming Series, Booster C. Energy Shot. Genius, boost your focus, boost your game. At kami pa yung naging shoutcaster. Hanggang mamaya, kami magiging shoutcaster nyo pa hanggang mamaya. Tuloy-tuloy naman po tayo dito. Ako po si Jeshin with the 1 for an eye.
At ako po si GS Amplifier.
Ladies and gentlemen, sa mga summoners natin and viewers, dyan lamang po kayo and we'll be right back.
Playing a new sensation, got some confusion, everyone is playing him wrong. Yeah, the way I build him makes him stronger, stay in lane, farming longer. All my items keep you guessing, you'll keep checking what I bought and they say, are you AP? Why don't you build AD? All you're good for is some healing. I'm like, no, not really, cause oh, I am so much more than just an orange eater.